Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. Before I get started, however, little bit of a public service announcement, because I'm inevitably going to get asked about this anyway, in the comments. I do indeed have access to the Elder Scrolls Online beta this weekend. I.e. the weekend that you're watching this on, because this is going to go up on Sunday. I'm actually recording it on Friday, so it's in fact it's currently downloading. The client is sat in the background as I record this, downloading busily, because it's taking absolutely forever. Because I'm back in Kettering again, staying with family, and as a result, my recording setup, as you can probably tell by the sound of it, is not exactly perfect. I am sat on my couch at the minute with my computer set up on the coffee table. The microphone is on the left arm of the sofa. So, on the plus side, I feel pretty damn chilled out right now, because normally I'm sat at a desk. However, the microphone quality suffers a bit because this is a very echoey room I'm sat in right now. So anyway, also because of this, my internet connection is pretty rubbish. The uploads have been a bit sluggish this week, as you probably noticed. That is because I can barely upload one video a day at the minute, because the upload speed is horrifically slow. Previously, I could upload a video in about half an hour to 40 minutes on my normal fibre optic connection. Back here, however, we're back in the Stone Age, and unfortunately it takes about 400 minutes to upload a video on a good day. So yeah, it's also taking me forever to download the beta client, because I'm downloading that, and I'm also intending to get my I now have access, as in addition to the War Thunder Ground Forces tanks closed beta as well. So closed beta is all over the place, and unfortunately I can't download them all at once. It's very annoying, but anyway. Back to the ESO thing. I will be playing it this weekend. I will be gathering my impressions of it, and I will be uploading videos of my first impressions of it, because the NDA has been lifted. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that ZeniMax specifically looked at my application and gave me the invite only now. They've lifted the NDA, specifically because I said on my application that I do have a YouTube channel. So at the minute, it looks to me as if they've got the game in a state they're happy with, and they're wanting people to promote it now, because they're encouraging people to go watch streams of it and watch videos of it and all sorts of things like that. So I will be uploading my impressions of it, and they may be good, they may be bad. What I will be is honest about it. You guys know my current opinion on ESO, and I'm going to strive to be as objective as possible about it. So there we go. Anyway, that will be coming, basically. If it hasn't already been up this weekend, which I probably doubt, it will be up next week, Monday, Tuesday. I will have a bunch of videos recorded, most likely, of my first impressions on the game and my thoughts and that sort of thing. Before anyone asks, basically, yeah, that's happening. I thought you'd be interested to know. Anyway, never mind. Back to the actual game. So, it is the following day after finishing our trial. Went to bed, had a rest, did all that sort of stuff, you know. Had breakfast, had dinner, all that kind of stuff. I generally tend to do that sort of thing off screen, because it's deathly boring. But I do like to rest whenever I can, because one, it's realistic, and two, it means Pumping Iron can progress a bit further, because that mod only works every time you rest. So for those curious, oops, no, mod config, thank you. We are at let's see, yeah, body weight 33, which is not bad, really. We're not increasing as much as we could. Ideally, what I'd want to do is sort of probably spend like a week at your ask of just sort of resting and, you know, using up all that saved up training. It would be more efficient that way, but yeah, it doesn't really make much sense for me. gameplay role-playing perspective, I don't really see why we'd just sit on our asses for an entire week. So, anyway, yeah, it is the following day. Had breakfast and all that gubbins. It is 8 to 12 AM. High score. And first things first, Kodlak mentioned that Aorland might have a weapon for us, which sounds interesting. We are aware that the companions have Skyforge steel weapons. I don't know statistically, like, if it's going to be any better than what we've got at the minute, but I'm curious nonetheless, and so is Claudius. And so we are going to go to the Skyforge and have a chat with Aorland. See if we can get our greasy mitts on, and then after that we're gonna pop back to Jorvaskr and see what else needs doing. Get ourselves another job, and carry on progressing through the companion's quest line, basically. I'm aware it took us quite a long time to get to this point where we're at now. It's going to go a lot quicker than this in the future. I have changed the settings for the ESF Companions mod, so we should progress a bit faster now instead of having to do umpteen Radiant quests before we get anywhere. Because that was frankly just a little bit annoying. Ah yes, and the steel plate armor seems to have cloned itself. I'm not really sure how that happened. I don't know if I remember to mention that in a previous video, but yeah, the steel plate armor cloned itself. I don't know why. I'm just going to leave it there. Question is, where the hell is Aorland? It's 8:23, man. Oh, well, fine. I guess we can rest for now. There he is. I didn't mean to do that, but never mind.
Got a lot of steel to shape.
I was told you would have a weapon for me.
Yes, lad. You've been raised into the companions, I hear.
Yeah, finally.
I can fashion whatever kind of weapon you want. Finest forge in Skyrim, right here before you.
Wow. I suppose I'd like a sword.
A blade? It will be as sharp as Fralia's tongue.
Oh, that was quick. You really are a master smith. Not arrow, blessed blade stand now. Skyforge steel broadsword. Oh, that's pretty good. Damage 57. I like it, and it looks pretty damn good. It's got a unique texture on account of the aMidianborn mod I have installed, befitting its nature as a Skyforge steel weapon. Very, very cool. I like it. And it currently does more damage, base damage anyway, than the Blessed Blade of Stendarr. Although, I imagine the Blessed Blade of Stendarr, I think, does more damage to certain enemies like undead and werewolves, vampire, Daedra, etc. So, you know, it's worth keeping around. However, the main difference between them is actually the fact that I can, I believe, upgrade my Skyforge steel weapon, because it does in fact count as a steel weapon. So, provided I've got the materials, I believe I can actually upgrade this pretty easily. Whereas with the Blessed Blade of Stendarr and whatnot, I actually can't. But there, I could do it right away. Make it superior, which gives me 63 damage straight away, so there we go. Now it's been sharpened. Ha! Also doesn't hurt the fact that it has a cool scabbard as well, which the other one doesn't. But anyway, let's get that favorited straight away, I think. Skyforge steel weapons are really good in this game. Seriously are. I've had characters before that have just used this sword pretty much for the entire game, because I've never, you know, obviously enchanted it and stuff, but never really found anything better than it statistically. It's such a good sword. So in the meantime, actually, before we do go grabbing more quests and things like that, I might actually do a bit of... Ooh, hello. I'll take the steel ingot. And the other one. Is that one in the middle? Yep. because they're useful. Silver and whatnot, probably not. Can I improve any of my armor? Excuse me, Ireland, I kind of need to. That requires corundum, eh? Gosh, that's a big improvement, though. Ireland, have you got any corundum?
Gods be praised.
Please tell me you... No! Gosh, I passed all that corundum ore a while ago as well, and I didn't mind the damn stuff. Blast! Do I have any corundum ore I could smelt? Somehow doubt it, but... Sure. Damn! What the heck was... Hang on a second. Just one cotton picking... Brimstone and wormstone. I have no idea where that's from. I literally... Obviously I think it must be modded, surely, but... I have no idea where that's from. That's interesting. Where the heck do you get brimstone and wormstone from? What more to the point, what can you make with it? I think what I might do though actually is before we, like I said, before we go back and get another quest, I might actually do a bit of smithing and a bit of alchemy and stuff. Actually, I really feel like I need to boost my smithing, certainly, because that's I'm really lagging behind with that. I never smith anything these days. And also, there's a book over there. And also get some alchemy started, because we haven't done any yet. And I keep meaning to. And I also want to get my hands on some of the alchemy redone gear, which will allow us to make some really nice potions. Armour's Challenge. I guess I've already read it. So yeah, I might off-screen this in fact, because I'm probably just gonna, you know, make a bunch of leather helmets or something, just to improve my skill a bit, which I don't consider particularly unrealistic, I guess. I suppose we'll be making them for the City Watch or something. But anyway, yeah, gonna make a load of gear and improve our skill hopefully in the process, so I will off-screen that, I think, and come back later. Alrighty, so I have done a lot of smithing. I basically made a bunch of fur hoods, like 17 of the damn things, because they were the easiest thing to make, and then I've just gone and sold them, which has increased my smithing skill to, I believe, 40? Yeah, smithing is now 40, which is pretty sweet. I couldn't actually improve my armor earlier, not because I didn't have any corundum, I did, but because I don't have the perk for it, so I believe I need... Oh dear, I have no idea actually. Nordic design, maybe? Yeah, I need to get Nordic design. Which means I need to get Elven Discipline and Leathercrafts first. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, so many perks. Never mind. On the bright side, though, that's annoying, because like I always figured that this was the heavy armor side, you know, Dwarven, Orcish, all that sort of thing. And this is the light armor side, Leather, Elven, Glass, and then you've got Steel Plate chucked in here for some silly reason. So that's really annoying. I'm going to have to do a load of light armor perks now. I'm not going to be... That's not going to be useful at all. Just in order to get bloody Nordic design. On the bright side though, stamina and health will apparently regenerate faster while wearing steel plate. So that's kind of cool. But still, I'm not tremendously happy about that. That's a pretty poor placement of the perk, if I'm honest, mod maker. That doesn't really make much sense, but never mind, never mind. So now I think it's time we went and did a bit of alchemy. So let's go pay Arcadia a visit. Possibly buy some potions off her as well while we're here, because I used up quite a lot.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Previously. Hello.
You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
Don't I know it? Can I use the alchemy lab?
As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blister wart makes a healing potion, if you didn't know.
I didn't know, so thank you.
We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Good stuff. The minute though,
Come back anytime.
I've got plenty of my own, I believe. So let's, first things first, I think we need to sample some of these, right? So we know what that does. We now know what that does. This is gonna hurt. I can seriously already tell. Oh boy. Salt I'm not going to use, just 'cause I need that for cooking. Snowberries, taproot, thistle branch. Ooh, that has 2 effects. 100 cotton, vampire dust. I'm assuming that's not going to turn us into a vampire. White cap. There we go. Whee! Ouch. Anyway, at least we know what all that does, which means we can make some basic potions out of it. If, well, in theory we could have, but apparently not. Wow, we just have a really unlucky combination of ingredients here, never mind.
Pardon me. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
A seriously amateur one, perhaps, yeah. Well, that does restore stamina. I don't know what blister wart does. Although she did say wheat and blister wart. She got any wheat. Well, she might not have wheat, but if blister wart restores health, then I can mix it with some stuff I already know restores health. So that should be fine. Canis root, no idea. Carrots, really? Great clusters, death bell. I'm gonna guess death bell is poisonous, so let's have some of that. With a name like Death Bell, you can't really go too wrong, can you? I kind of know that Dragon's Tongue in Oblivion did restore health. It was one of the effects. But it's just Skyrim, and I'm not playing it as Idris, so I can't just go ahead and buy that, even though I know it probably restores health. Dwarven oil. Ectoplasm. Some of these are pretty expensive, you know. Fire salts. Valmet ears are an alchemical ingredient, though. That's good to know. Glow dust. Look at that. Some of these are pretty cool, I have to admit. Hagraven feathers, honeycomb. Of course, all this is really kind of, it's not really alchemy. It's something I'm going to go over when I bring out my next Skyrim mod review, which is actually going to be of the Alchemy Redone mod. And one of the points I'm going to make when I actually do that is that the alchemy system in vanilla Skyrim is not actually, technically speaking, it can be, it's whatever they want to call it. At the end of the day, it's Bethesda's game, you know, it's their universe and whatnot. But historically speaking, this kind of thing isn't alchemy. This is, well, it's more herbalism, really, which is in fact a separate thing. Oh, something's disconnecting. I don't know if that showed up on the video, but I got a doo-doo. Never mind. What's that? Never mind. Can't be important. Nothing's broken. Everything's still recording. Yeah, this is kind of herbalism. You're mixing bits of plants and natural ingredients, crushing them together and making little poultices out of them, healing salves, that sort of thing. That's really herbalism. That's not alchemy. Alchemy is more of a primitive form of chemistry. It involves chemicals, which obviously you can extract from natural ingredients, but you're not mixing the actual ingredients themselves in the same way you are here. I think maybe the whole extracting chemicals thing is perhaps implied, but that's not good enough to go on, really. And one of the things the Alchemy Redone mod does is it actually adds proper alchemy to the game. It doesn't replace the original alchemy, as you might imagine from a mod that's called Alchemy Redone. But Modern Pestle, huh? I love that. But it adds an alternative alchemy system which works alongside this one, which involves the use of chemicals, and if you've ever played The Witcher, you'll probably be familiar with it, some of it. Old school alchemy ingredients like rebis and vitae and, you know, all this kind of weird Latin sounding crazy stuff. Unfortunately, you need specific pieces of equipment that you can supposedly buy from vendors, although Arcadia apparently doesn't have anything of the sort. But you need to buy this equipment, or make it, you know, craft it yourself using some very rare ingredients. I think you have to use malachite or something for some of them. But it allows you to do some really high level alchemy type stuff. Make some much more refined potions. Love the honeycomb, I guess. The imp stool, I suppose. Now, what do you have in the way of regular potions? Health. That's a bit rubbish. I was hoping for more than that, honestly, but never mind. I'll have some stamina ones. They're also pretty darn useful. So. Yes, we can make damage health. Hurrah. What was all that about? Well, the blue glow then, that was strange. Never mind. Store stamina. Yeah, good stuff. We're really close to getting to alchemy 21 actually. That'll be pretty cool. I think that'll be the first skill increase we've actually had in alchemy. Let's go try and mix them manually. Let's see, right, Death Bell we were fairly certain is poisonous, so let's try and mix that with something else that might be poisonous. We're making educated guesses here, really. Oh, Blister, what we know, has healing properties, so it should mix with... There we go, yeah. Also. Oh god, okay, let's do another stuff. Created poison of damage, magicka regen. Measure magicka regen. Fortify health. What? Oh, why are we using... Oh god, we're using frigging Hanging Norse as well. I had that selected accidentally. I didn't know you could even do that. No, we just want restore health. Weird. Though we can make fortify health now, which is pretty good, although that also... Look. Wait. So it damages magic regeneration and increases... Well, I guess that's not so bad. I mean, because I don't use magic. But unfortunately, it's a poison, which means I can't drink it myself. That's very annoying. Never mind then. I guess those two aren't so good to mix together.
You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves.
Yeah, I know. I just went shopping for them. Well, I can't make any other educated guesses out of this stuff. Death Bell and Bone Meal, maybe? Well, it's not quite what I was looking for, but it's a start, I suppose. Death Bell and...
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve
That'd be
you.
jolly convenient. No. Thistle Branches and Death Bell. Again, Ravaged Stamina. Kind of annoyingly not that useful, but whatever.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare.
Never mind, I think we're done here.
Do let me know if I can be of service.
Hooray! Our first dabblings in alchemy. What did we make in total then? Cure poison. Where the heck did I get that from? Whatever. We've got plenty of poisons actually already. I just need to remember to use the damn things. Restore, right, so we made that. Potion to restore stamina. Apparently we made a potion to restore magicka at some point. These potions restore health, which are rubbish, but never mind. It's a start. And this resists frost as well. Yeah, anyway. That'll do for now. Until I get my hands on some proper alchemy equipment. Basically, I think we need a retort, an alembic, all that kind of stuff, which allows us to extract chemicals from various alchemical ingredients. And it also allows you to make more concentrated versions of existing potions. Actually, you can make sort of more concentrated healing potions by using existing healing potions that you got, which is a pretty neat feature. So anyway, at the risk of this becoming a mod review, I think I'll shut up and carry on. But I need to keep an eye out for that, and if anyone actually notices a vendor carrying one of these things, I think they're like kits that allow you to craft them basically. If anyone spots a vendor with one of those, do shout out. You know, assuming I miss it, that is. Like, they'll obviously shout out if I manage to find the damn thing. Yeah, so... Just gonna have a chat with... I don't know who, honestly. Farkas, I suppose. We like Farkas. He's cool. Farkas is cool. He's our friend. Close to... as we can get anyway. Focus... the Skewer, scary Skewer. Okay, Farkas is nowhere to be seen.
Come to me with questions. I know our history almost as well as Vignar by now. Except I can remember it.
Yeah. I'm looking for work.
We've received a desperate mission.
Oh no!
A citizen of Whiterun.
No, you're the guy who gives out kidnappings. No. Oh.
Have been asked for assistance, and we shall answer. Particularly when the pay is as good as this. Get moving. I shudder to think what might happen if you're too late.
Bollocks! I forgot he does the kidnap missions. I hate those. Wait a minute, Lost Knife Hideout. Have I been there? Jerovar from Lost Knife Hideout. Let's just... oh, thank God it's not in the Rift at least. Yeah, Lost Knife Hideout. Okay. That's not too far, you know. That we can get that done in an afternoon, possibly. Especially if we go on horseback. Means heading into Dragon Country, which seems to encompass all of this. But you know. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can do that. That's reasonable. That's... ugh, God. At least it's not a, you know, go to the far-flung corners of the universe to save a blacksmith. So who was it that was captured? Jerovar. I have no idea who that is. Never mind. Right. I suppose we better suit up. So let's see. Oh, we've got our Skyforge steel sword of awesomeness. Backpack, Cloak of the Northern Paladin. Sure, might as well. And the good old steel plate helmet of awesomeness. Right, so here we go. I'm still not sold on the way this thing looks. Honestly, this cloak. I mean, but I don't know. I just love it because it's a Knights of the Nine artifact, and then I love the Knights of the Nine. I think was a really cool expansion. So it gets my nostalgia up every time I see this thing. It's kind of why I like it.
Went into the stone that made these city walls. Just as the blood I wash over the fields protects the wilds. Remember, leave the tongue. Let them bear witness.
Sure thing, dude. How about you come with me and help me kill some kidnappers? Would you like to do that? Would that be fun? You know, time to go. Oh, right, I forgot about this bug. Apparently, this is because I haven't completed some sort of quest I had with him. And the game crashed. Wonderful. Getting a lot of those. Well, not a lot, really, but at least once every session I record this, I get one of those strange crashes. Like, it doesn't even... it just goes straight to the desktop. It doesn't even give you, like, a... you know what they call it. But, you know, just one of those messages where it comes up and it says, Skyrim.exe has stopped working. It just instantly, quick snap, instantly back to the desktop as if nothing, as if you weren't playing the game at all. It's very, very strange. I'd love to know what's causing it, but since it's not a huge issue, I'm just going to ignore it for now, I think, really. Anyways, as I was saying, apparently there was some mission, the law... Oh, yeah, there it is. The law always wins. I made the vigilante named Raynes who was tracking a group of oath breakers. We decided to clear the cave of Found. However, if by chance we found any survivors, Raynes will want to know. We didn't find any survivors, though. We found a couple of dead ones that the Falmer had killed, but we didn't find any survivors. But apparently,
went into the stone that made these city walls.
the reason why I'm having
Leave the town. You're lost.
this issue, where I have to dismiss him every time I want him to follow me again,
Very well.
is to do with that quest. Because he doesn't register properly as an actual follower or something weird like that. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I guess next time I'm in that neighborhood, we'll go back to the cave and we'll check it out and make sure that there wasn't any survivors. Because I'm pretty sure there weren't. But, you know, until then, I'm just going to put up with this, I guess. It's not really that big of a problem anyway. So, you know. For now, however, we are going to Lost Knife Hideout, which is, if not in East March, kind of on the border with it. So, it's not too far away. We are going to have to go past Valheim Towers, but that place should still be deserted because we murdered everyone that was in it on the way back from that little episode of the Rift, which we will not speak of. I'm going to have to go back there eventually, of course, though. For the main quest, certainly, if nothing else. However, next time I do go back to the Rift, I've finally decided that I am actually going to go to the Imperial camp, and I'm going to help them take the Rift because I'm really sick of getting attacked by the guards every time I go there. I mean, the place is bad enough as it is. Like, it seems to be overrun with dangerous wildlife compared to, you know, compared to like the plains around Whiterun and stuff like that. It just seems to be full of nasty stuff. I don't know why, but it is. But it'd be bad enough to deal with that, you know, without having the City Watch attack us all the time. And I'm getting fed up with that, so we need to take the Rift for the Imperials so we can get some good Imperial guards there who won't try to kill me whenever I go in there. Because my bounty there is ridiculously high now. It's like, I don't know. Crime. Rift bounty 7,000, yeah. It's just kind of crazy. So, there he is. Hello, horse. Raynes, you're just gonna have to roam along behind. Try and keep up. If you can't keep up, then sod off. Basically, I really don't care for follower pathfinding at the minute. I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna probably just take a bit of a more laissez-faire attitude towards my followers in this game because the pathfinding is so awful that I don't really think it's worth stressing out about it all the time. I'm just gonna go off on my horse, and eventually he'll catch up one way or the other, you know. Or he might just disappear and bugger off into the wild blue yonder, and we'll never see him again. In which case, never mind, no great loss. So, okay, this is the Bridge of Death. The reason this is the Bridge of Death is that the last 2 times I've come across it, a dragon spawned. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. I don't want it to be 3 for 3. I don't want to kill a dragon. I'm somewhat more equipped to deal with a dragon now, I have to admit, I suppose, but still, I'd rather not. I'm deliberately, you know, postponing the period until which I have to take on a dragon myself in one-on-one combat without the aid of a big windmill, because that was a complete fluke. Because I really don't want to fight a dragon. I have, especially since back when I dealt with that dragon, I didn't have Dragon Combat Overhaul installed, which will make it even more tough. I do have Dragon Combat Overhaul installed now, and I really am sort of not looking forward to my next big dragon fight. I'm really not. I mean, I sort of am in a anxious, anticipating kind of a way, because it's probably going to be epic. But I do, on the other hand, want to be confident enough that I can actually kill the damn thing and not just spend an entire episode dying basically 30 times in a row trying to kill a dragon before deciding to just run away. The game bugging out, because it always does when you try to run away from a dragon, and, you know, just... well, you know what it's like. So let's see, we go past Valtheim Towers, we keep following the road, and then we get to a tiny branch off there. Okay, and then that's Lost Knife Hideout. Let's see if we can make it there without the map. Just as an experiment. Out of my way, elk. There's lots of ingredients around here I could be picking up, but never mind. It's Raynes' fault. He is actually. He's keeping pace remarkably well. That's another side effect as well of the whole follower thing script not working as well, because with convenient horses he would actually get a horse as well normally, but because he's not technically a follower or whatever, he doesn't get a horse, so he just has to run along behind us. But I don't really mind, to be fair. Besides, he's a Dunmer. Those guys eat horses. Well, at least they prefer to eat horses rather than ride them. It's a cool bit of lore. I remember learning about him. Morrowind, that was the excuse for not having mounts in Morrowind, because they had them in Dragon... what am I on about? Daggerfall, I mean to say. They had horses in Daggerfall, but they didn't have them in Morrowind, and the excuse that Bethesda pretty much probably made up for the game was that the Dunmer actually prefer to eat horses. They don't like riding them, they think riding them is silly. So I think it makes perfect sense for Raynes not to actually ride a horse. That's a bristleback. He can sod off. He shouldn't even be here. He's supposed to be in Solstheim, damn it. My immersive creatures mod bugging out, unfortunately. At least we haven't met any Reeklings yet. That would really ruin it. What are you two doing? Are you Vigilance of Stendarr? I think you are. I still have the blessed bloody thingy of Stendarr, actually, now I think about it. A bit further on. Blessed Chalice of Stendarr. People have been suggesting I take it to the Beacon of Stendarr, which was mentioned in some of the notes we found at that place. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the Beacon of Stendarr is, so... and neither does Claudius, so, you know, unfortunately. So I can't really do that. We can't take it to the Chapel of the Vigilant either, because that place has been burned to the ground. We know this because we found it a while ago. There were dead vampires all over the place. It was pretty bad. Oh yeah. I'm getting serious significantly. Right, the next right. Okay, the next right turn. That's our stop. Wait a minute. Does that count as a right turn? Maybe it does. Let's find out. Okay. I might dismount here. No berries. Thank you. We're doing it. It's a fox. It's a fox, Claudius. Get a grip. Stools. Lost Knife Cave. Is that Lost Knife Hideout? That way it must connect to Lost Knife Hideout, I suppose. Surely. Well, only one way to find out, I guess. It's dark in here. Was that a bear? Oh, I don't know. That might not have been a bear, that might have been something altogether worse, now I think about it. Alright, so we got some bandits. These would be the kidnappers, I suppose. Is my bloody crossbow even? It's not hockeyed. How odd. Alright, that can be set to 1. Still got good old fire breath selected, which I'm mega pleased with. A note on that as well. I'm pretty sure like, fire breath wasn't as potent actually. In the original game. I think Skyrim might have buffed it slightly, because I remember fire breath being a distinctly useless shout in the original game. But it's pretty damn good in this. At least it was against those Draugr, but anyway. What am I looking for here? Ah, there it is, right. I want to be set to 1. Right. Down you go. We can kill as many of them quietly as possible. Without raising the alarm, you know. I would prefer to. Although I am more comfortable wielding the old sword and board than ranged weapons, frankly. We've got lots of ammo, at least. It's a knife cage key. Right, that might be useful. What else do we have? Wine. Why not? Again, there's some device on my computer that keeps reconnecting and disconnecting at the minute. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not my hard drive, that's all I can say. In fact, I'm going to pause actually just now and check that everything's fine. Be back in a second, viewers. Alright, everything seems to be fine. I can't find any loose connections or anything like that. No loose cables or nothing. I don't know, it's just the computer being weird, I suppose. Oh, if you can hear a shuffling sound off in the distance, by the way, that's my dog. I'm sharing the living room with him at the minute. We've got builders round, so, and dog's not great with visitors. Not because he, you know, he's particularly bad with visitors, it's just that he gets a little over-enthusiastic when he meets new people, and tends to get in the way whenever you're doing something important, so the dog's sat in here with me. So if you hear any noises, it's probably the mighty Hector, sat over there in the corner, on his chair, bless him. Probably quite bored. Iron ore. Have to get that on the way out, or at least once we're done with these guys. You like the fact that you're being nice and sneaky, Raynes? You do not appear to have alerted them to our presence yet. My God, this place is huge. All that's hidden inside that cliff face? Wow. Okay.
We aren't here to sightsee.
Oh, shut up. Honestly, Raynes, I'm just admiring the view. He does a kind of have a point, though, I suppose. That was unusually well-timed dialogue there. Oh, for crying out loud. Stand still. Lieutenant. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the balls? What's going on? Who was that? Ow. What? Ouch. Oh. Okay. I hate mages. I really do. Bunch of those. Right, there he is. Come on. Christ, he's tough as well. Wonderful. Oh, you little. Oh, this is intolerable. You don't have a ranged weapon, do you, where it rains? Damn, blast it all. We're not going to get any further across this bridge thingy here with this guy. Hang around. I'm wasting time trying to aim here. I need to get these snapshots off pretty quick. Just oh, he's starting to piss me off now. Oh, good hit, that one. Right. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Die. Die, you little... Yes! Plop into the... down the waterfall. Fantastic. Love it. Right. Let's... Where are my torches? Hotkey. I mean, favorite, they're just not hotkeyed for some reason. Right. That's a little better. Who is that? I think there might be someone else up there, but they can't get us apparently. Right, well, I guess all bets are off now. Let's just charge blindly. Elven Hawkbow. Valuable stuff. Words and philosophy. Kind of rubbish, but never mind. Where do we go from here? I guess up this way? Still haven't found our kidnapped person. However... Oh, no, 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 no. Not another one of you. Enjoy. Good stuff. Stuff of the familiar. Whatever. It's worth money. And a sweet roll. Fantastic. Right. Oh god, here we go. Dealt with. Oh. Nice. War spell. Bandit war spell. That's new. Never seen one of them before. Another one up here as well. I can hear him. Go on, show yourself. Foul vagabond. There you are.
Oh, not so fast.
Whoops. I absolutely did not mean to do that. Never mind. What the heck did I accidentally equip my crossbow? That's nuts. Never mind. Here. Oh, I love this slow movement speed. Oh, right, yeah, I've got a bolt sticking in my hand now because of this bug. Ugh, so annoying. Oh, dear God, please go away. That's just bloody stupid. Oh, right. Oh my God. That even stays there when I disabled it. Oh, never mind. I can't remember how you're supposed to get rid of that. Wait a minute. Oh, didn't you switch with that and then back to... No, that does not fix it, in fact. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry about this, guys. Really am. This is going to annoy me to no end, unfortunately, otherwise. What if I... No, never mind. Right, fuck it. Where are you? Oh. I was gonna say. Not cheated of my kill cam there. Bandit drop a hit, man. Pack of flour, medium meal. Think not somehow. Although you know what, I'm gonna take it just because it might be able to use it for cooking or something. This is so annoying. This. And stuff. Still no prisoner though. Now if I switch once the... Ah ha ha! Right, there we go. Now the crossbow bolt's been fired. It's not part of the mesh anymore and I can have a bolt-free hand. Sweet. That's just as well I don't use the crossbow that often, I guess. Let's see. It's a lost knife hideout. Fantastic, right. Famous last words, I get one-hitted by a bandit war general of doom or something. We'll be fine. We're no longer quite such a weakling. We're going through these bandits like butter here, so we've grown and matured as a warrior. Still get our ass handed to us by a dragon, no doubt, but or a troll or a giant or anything like that. But sweet. Whoa! Whoa there. Just a couple more seconds. Feelings mutual, love. There we go.
That it? That's your best?
Oh. Get out of my face. Seriously. Enough. Is enough. That was satisfying. I think I'm beginning to think Claudius really hates mages. I don't know what's giving me that impression, but yeah, really hate those frickin' mages. As you can see. Nice. Close to leveling up. Really hate mages. Oh, anyway. It is interesting, by the way, actually, to note that there are no battle mages on either side of the war in this game. Whereas in previous games, battle mages were pretty common.
To witness, I'm feeling like a red god today.
Burned book in a sack,
With
right?
his nose shaved off.
Slow down there. Feel like pheasant for dinner tonight, Raynes? I do. Let's see. Pheasant's lovely, by the way, if you've never had it for real. Wine. Mead. Oh! I'm gonna have some ale. Baked potatoes and grilled leeks, okay. That's one way to cook them, I suppose. Right, very dead end, but does contain a chest. Sweet. More potions is always good. Shouldn't have to waste them all dealing with mages. Also lots of knives and forks. Alcinium and the orcs. Hey, nice. Hurrah! Right now then, we've got a pretty hefty selection of potential perk choices here. We've only got one perk. So obviously, first thing is meltdown would be good. So it allows us to melt down clutter in any gear made of metal you're proficient with to partially get back the raw material it's made of, which would be lovely. We also need to get leathercraft and elven discipline in order to get Nordic design, so we can improve our steel plate. We could also, however, get another point in armsman. Although I kind of feel like we don't need that at the minute, actually. We seem to be doing alright, actually, damage-wise. These bandits are particularly, well, easy, I guess. I mean, I'd hate to say easy, considering that those mages could have very easily killed me, especially the one up on the bridge. And if I didn't have Raynes here to tank a load of the damage, I'd probably be doing a lot less well than this, but still. 10% chance of doing 150% critical damage. Ooh, that would be nice. Also marksmanship perks. Focus. Crossbows, ignoring more armor. This would allow us to make modified crossbows, which would be pretty cool. And also, oh wow, okay, I need 50 speechcraft for that. Crikey, right? I was gonna say, because there's harmful shots are 25% more powerful. Wow, yeah, thank you. Other than that, thanks. Yeah, as I've said before, one of my goals with Claudius is actually to make him a really, really potent user of the voice. In order to do that, though, I am possibly going to have to start wearing Talos amulets. Which is awkward for all sorts of reasons, because we're fully aware, you know, Claudius is fully aware. Well, apparently he is anyway, because you can tell anything just by picking it up in the Elder Scrolls universe, but, you know, Talos amulets provide an effect that only he, as the Dragonborn, seems to be able to tap into, in that it increases the frequency with which he's able to shout. However, parading around with a Talos amulet these days isn't a terribly smart thing to do. And it also kind of rubs him up the wrong way as well, in the sense that he doesn't worship Talos, and he doesn't really want to wear a religious icon of him either. What the heck? And the game crashed again. Luckily, it was immediately after having quicksaved, so that's alright. Very annoying. It looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of spring cleaning of my installation. This opportunity here is too good to miss. I think I'll set up a warning shot. Right, a opening shot, and then I'll charge in. Charge! Oh yeah. Oh boy. What was... Okay, he just summoned something, but he's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Mages! Come here. That's what I like to see, right. Oh boy. Yeah, eat that. Where's my shield? There we go. Oh boy, we need some potions. Let's see, let's go with the powerful one. Right, there we go. Oh, nice, 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 nice. There we go. Ooh. What the? Well, what's going on? Oh. Only slightly less annoying than mages. We still got some battle music going, so I'm going to assume that wasn't all of them. Hello. On warm sands? Just a second. Sorry about that. I had to go talk to the builder. What's this? This is a cloak, I'm guessing. Aided by the elsewhere sun, it gives off an aura of quiet and calm. We'll try that on later. Right now, though, master difficult. Oh, forget it. I was playing a thief character, then go for it, but I'm not. So I'm not trying to pick that thing open. Where are you? I can't bash this gate open. That's annoying. Right, never mind. Doesn't matter. Whoa! That was close. Oh boy, we need some stamina.
Do your work. Stand down.
Must have my shout back. There we go. Oh. There we go. Christ, I thought I was getting kill cam then for a second, but turns out it was him. Rescued Jovar from Lost Life Hideout. Really? Well... Oh, there he is. Hello. That was a suitably epic final confrontation. How you doing, man? You alright?
Thank the divines. Let's move.
Right. Just, let me... Just let me, Can I patch that? No. Just... Right, never mind. Just let me locate my pet psychopath. Raynes! Oh. Well, never mind. Well, I guess the poor sod died as he lived, Jovar. I'd like to be able to say I feel a great loss, but honestly, he really did scare me a bit, you know? Well, you know what, I'll do him the dignity of not stealing his stuff. Let's leave him here.
Please, get me home.
Why don't you just try and, you know, put him upright, maybe? Hold him over a bit. So he can sit there looking a little more dignified. Never mind, forget it. The physics are being buggy. Well... I guess we'll leave him here surrounded by the corpses of dead bandit outlaws. It's probably what he would have wanted. Seriously, don't look so concerned. The guy was a nut job. Good stuff. Ugh! Steelhorn helmet, get away from me. I'm kind of surprised you weren't in one of the cages now I think about it, mate. Hey, more alchemy ingredients. Right, well, I suppose we better go. There might be a way out down this way that's a bit faster, but I'm not sure. Let's go find out. I'm pretty sure I didn't kill you. Bandit Iron Blood Shield. So these were the Iron Blood gang or something, I suppose. Whatever. They're all dead now, that's what matters. Gold ore! Sweet. Yes, Raynes is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Oh dear. Well, you know, I'm really not interested in reloading for the sake of Raynes. He was a cool dude, but he was also completely nuts. and the height of morally ambiguous as well. So I'm not convinced. I still wasn't convinced whether or not Claudius wanted to keep him around in the long run, so it seems fate has made that decision for us. I also don't have to worry about that quest anymore. Well, you know, the bugginess that the quest was causing anyway. So there we go. That's 2 companions down now. Dear me. Hey, sacrifice was not in vain. We rescued you, mate. He died a fairly noble death, actually, in all fairness, so, you know, props to him. Although, you know, let's be honest, he clearly had some issues. Regardless. Are you going to follow me if I jump down here? That's the question. Please do. Good man. Alright. That is so not what I meant to do. Stupid darkness. I couldn't see where I was going. Crap, how do I get out of here? This looks like a way out. Oh, for heaven's sake. There's always something that's going to happen to take the piss out of poor old Claudius, isn't there? Something. Couldn't just walk out the front door. No. I'd fall into the giant pit of water. Hello. Every cloud has a silver lining. What's in here? Nice! Alright then. Cool. Look at that. Still is not a way out though. Help? Maybe throw down a rope for your gallant rescuer? No? Fine. Guess I'll find my own way out. Can we climb out here? I'm gonna be soaked through. This is so annoying. Okay, it looks like we can climb out here. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I'm dripping wet, or at least well, I thought I would be. Apparently the dripping animations aren't working. Yeah, thanks for the help there, mate. Ugh. I don't know which is the way out. This way, I think. Oh no. My dog is sat on the sofa next to me right now, and he's lying on top of my arm, which is kind of adorable. But at the same time, he's cutting off the circulation in my hand, trying to use the mouse. So, yeah, there's that. Lesson learned today, folks. Don't record with your pet. Really no benefits to it whatsoever. The co-commentary he provides is awful. Love weapons are especially effective against goats. I almost said goats then. I think ghosts. The undead and lycanthropes. Yeah, lycanthropes. That's an interesting issue, isn't it? Right, since we actually need to not lose this particular follower, I guess, horse, you better just follow. Follow. Oops. Stuff, right. Let's go. Yeah, so how does Claudius feel about the companions being werewolves? I think he might be in 2 minds about it. On the one hand, my god, werewolves must be destroyed. But he sits down and asks himself, why? Well, I suppose because most of them are raving lunatics like that one we found in the wilds a few episodes ago. But these guys seem to be, well, not lunatics. You know, to be fair. You know, considering they're werewolves, they're probably more sane than Raynes was. So... Have a quick save before I forget. Yeah, we're in 2 minds about it. Because on the one hand, they're werewolves, which is something that I think Claudius probably doesn't well, you know, definitely doesn't initially see as a totally cool thing not to be slightly concerned about. But on the other hand, unlike just about everyone else in Skyrim that he's met and come across so far, with a few exceptions, and you know, the Imperials really don't count, they're the only people that have really accepted him, you know, for who he is, and stuff like that. You know, like that little speech Farkas gave us about they don't really care where you're from, just as long as you fight with honor and bring honor to the companions and that sort of thing. That's kind of nice, I guess. I think we've come to think of Jorrvaskr as home. I certainly have as a player, actually, now I think about it. Like, Jorrvaskr is kind of my hub area where, like, all the stuff I get is there, and half my gear is stored there as well, you know. Jorrvaskr is home to us. People keep saying, like, oh, why didn't you get Claudius a house? Like, why didn't you get him Bree's home? And I sort of don't really want to, because, well, Jorrvaskr is his home now. You know, his bed in the corner in Jorrvaskr, you know, that's home to him now.
Maik carries 2 weapons to be safe. What if one breaks? That would be most unlucky.
See.
Maik is always in search of calipers, yet he finds none. Where could they have gone?
Where could they have gone, indeed?
Maik hears many stories of war, yet few of them are true.
Anyway. Right, I promise I won't go picking up all the millions and millions of flowers all the time. Just... And they're all lined up like that, how can I resist? So yeah, in short, I think Claudius hasn't really made his mind up on what he thinks about them. Totally, but he's leaning towards just kind of accepting them, because they've accepted him, really, as a bit of an outcast and a, you know, stranger in what for him is a very strange land. They've stretched out their arm to him, especially Kodlak, and said, no, it's cool, you can join us. We don't care where you're from. Which means a lot to him. So I think maybe he feels almost in return he should sort of be more accepting of them and their, you know, lycanthropy issues. So he's probably not as shocked and horrified and disgusted as you potentially might imagine, I think, really. Anyway, I'm probably going to cut the recording here because there's nothing to see on this road, is there? We've killed everything. Flowers. Oh yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing, collecting alchemical ingredients. So I'll see you guys when I get back to Whiterun, I think. Oh, look at that sunset. Marvellous. There's also a fire atronach. So there's that. Which unfortunately here to ruin everything. Oi, don't you dare shoot. My poor dude. You shoot me instead if you're going to shoot anyone, damn it.
Be careful.
Ouch. You died pretty fast, didn't you? Faster than I was expecting, Drew, though, but never mind. What happened here, then? A witch. Did you kill the person who summoned you? You did, didn't you? How unbelievably ungrateful. Well, we're nearly here, although I must remember, actually, before we do pop back into the city itself, to refill my water skins, which I will then boil, probably, when I revisit the tavern. Because the companions don't have a kitchen for some silly reason. Wait, what's this? Clay. Okay. Let's see. Also empty bottles too, actually. But should be alright with just these for now. Screw it, I'll have a empty bottle. Why not? There we go. Remember to boil them, otherwise I may get a disease. Especially considering it's a river that flows out of a town. Yeah, well, part of it does anyway. Hungry, thirsty, slightly tired and sober. Sounds about right. Take your leave of Jervar. Right.
I'm ever so grateful. Please give my regard to the rest of the people.
Will do. Awesome. Return to Vilcus. Phew. glad we managed to get that sorted out pretty sharpish. I was dreading as soon as he said the word kidnap that we'd be on another 4-episode monstrosity of a quest. Thankfully we weren't though. Nearly there, come on. Oh. That was a long jog. Could have fast travelled, I suppose, but I don't like fast travelling. I mean, I've got nothing against it if you want to fast travel yourselves. That's up to you, but I just don't like to do it. Oh, there's Fargus. Silly bugger. Looking for you.
Come to me with questions.
Rescued
I know
Yerva.
So I hear. You brought honor to the companions and yourself.
Great. Ugh. How are you doing, Miko? Good dog. You don't stand in the flames, that would be very stupid. There we go. Lit off.
Stupid dog.
Leave him alone. Horrible lady. I don't know why we keep you around. You clearly aren't doing any of the cleaning you're supposedly meant to be doing. Another day, another dollar. I suppose. It wasn't too challenging, but it did get a little hairy towards the end there, and we did lose Raynes, sad to say it. Never mind. Probably plenty more psychopaths where he came from.